over, and we do see plane path that is quite north, going from Impala all the way to Le Cobre area. As far as I know, it's a similar plane path to what we saw in yesterday's Miramar game, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, or I'm just correct me if I'm wrong. Seeker Jin are going to be dropping down in Impala, I think, followed by Blue Bees. So Blue Bees are not going to Chumisera. Maybe they're practicing a different drop spot. But if they're practicing a different drop spot and it's the same as Seeker Jin, it kind of cancels itself out in some way, shape, or form. So we'll have to wait and see. I will try and put on over to that map once again. Onto a fight as quickly as possible. But seeing where other teams are dropping, we've Hacienda, San Martin is going to be pretty important to the Cobre area, even though it's out of the way. Cruzaval El Azahar. Let's bring on over to Seeker Jin and Blue Bees, because they would have been the first two teams to pretty much drop up. They should, in theory, be the first two teams to fight. As they do wait for everything to render in. From what I see, Seeker Jin are way more separated. That's the thing I worry about them. I mean, even though Blue Bees aren't exactly fully together as well, you can see that they overall have a little bit more security to help each other out quickly compared to Seeker Jin. JGZ is with Divina, but Divina's got nothing. He's got absolutely nothing. So he's a bit of a, I would say sitting duck, but he has a chicken costume, so he's a bit of a sitting chicken. Okay, let's, that fight isn't breaking out, so let's head on over to the fight between Digital Athletics and Power 888. That's going to be in the Hacienda del Patron area. Orpai is going to get knocked out inside the warehouse, so Power 888 are really being put under pressure by two teams, actually, Footballers and Digital Athletics, two Turkish teams. On a side note, I'm going to turn my volume down just a little bit. Other than that, we actually don't really see any real hot drops across the board. It's all relatively clean. Godsend have opted to go for Los Leones as opposed to San Martin, because that's something we don't normally see. Godsend go to Los Leones, but I think again they're trying maybe a different drop spot. I'll talk about the circle in a bit, but I just want to at least, you know, give you guys an idea. Luffy Reiji has no helmet. Vine again, proning down, has nothing. And here's the thing, like, you're shorty, if you're not looting, you are as useful as being dead. In the sense of, yeah, Divine's still alive, but if he hasn't got a gun, if he hasn't got any kind of meds, it's the same thing as not being alive. So Blue Bees, I worry about, even though they are in the circle for phase 1, if anything, that's worse, because you're going to have teams coming to you, and you've got to be prepared to take those fights, even though it's going to be phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. So I do worry about Blue Bees. Seems like Seeker Jin have been a bit more proactive overall as a team in looting up. Eto-chan is pretty solid on his location. An SKS with that scope, looking for JGZ of Seeker Jin. Doesn't want to take too much of a risk as Power 888. Now we're going to come into close combat with one of the Footballers players rotating by. No, actually one of the Digital Athletic players rotating by Selim, who gets confirmed down to the ground by Power 888. So it's going to be revenge is a dish best served on the hot sands of Miramar. Digital Athletics down to 2 players, losing Salem and Solas. Off the bat, Rayzed and Silas are the 2 players left up. Team Seeker still up as a full squad between Water Treatment and San Martin. They're going to have a bit of a tough task rotating in. Alpha 7 will be able to utilize the southern area off the back of the plane path being on the north. The fight is now kicking off between Blue Bees and Secret Jin. JGZ was knocked down. It seems like he is going to bleed out off the back of that. Ice gets knocked down. But JGZ and the rest of Secret Jin can't really do anything too much, as Cosmos is on his own with the members of Blue Bees pulling on by. Although he's going to be one knockdown by Cosmos. Make that second knockdown. Cosmos is pulling the punches and he is going to come in clutch for it side. Goes outside the building. He's a little bit low in health, down to half. He's going to try and confirm those kills. Free fire shots coming out from the third Blue Bees player. Oh, that's going to be the end of Cosmos. Divine is going to overall come in clutch. Unfortunately, the rest of Secret Jin, like I kind of mentioned at the start of the game when they both dropped, they are... Actually, no, it was Secret Jin that looked... No. Secret Jin did look more separated. So it is taking them a little bit longer to join up. Now, What K is going to come in. Kenzo does get a knockdown onto Divine, so that gives a little bit of an advantage to Secret Jin, and we could see them overall winning this one, as What K is going to go for the revive on the Cosmos. So having that player in the backline, I don't know what happened there. What K, I don't know if that was you or somebody else, but either way, you're going to get burnt down to just about 15 health. Now, the AKM in his hand, gonna go into FPP mode. Divine hasn't been able to heal up too much. Okay, waiting. Are they not gonna go for it? Oh, they're gonna look to cook up it. Oh, flash! Now gonna go in on the flash. Oh, you flash yourself, mate. Ooh, the timing of that flash was a little bit poor. Cosmos does go into still the bottom floor. Okay, so it's a bit of a standoff. 3v2. I see, it is 4v2, but Auto Chen can't really do too much. Free fire shots are going to come in. Reggie is going to find Cosmos. That's going to give them a little bit more of an advantage. Reggie does get knocked down. Lufa's going to have to come in from behind. Nearly gets that knock off. And Divine is going to come in with the chicken suit and take out two of the members of Secret Jin. And that leaves Kenzo on his own. Now transferring over to another fight between Team Secret and Loops Esports. Team Seeker, who I do worry about, to be perfectly honest. When you look back at the PMWL East, they had a slow start and they only picked things up kind of late into the tournament and didn't really feel like they even, you know, reached the levels that they could across the tournament. And in these scrims, they haven't exactly performed amazingly. Dadin's very low in health. Kowalski is up in the back line. Kowalski is pretty much the last hope for Loops because Creo's knocked down. Unless Dadin can get to the point where he's able to pick off a first aid, which has been the case. But still, now he's out in the open. He can go a little bit up the hill, but if the second he looks to go towards that hill, ice shots and Rex are looking in his direction. Kowalski going to flank around to provide a little bit of support as the blue zone is closing in on phase 1, but he might want to just get the hell out of there. Maybe pick up Dad and his teammate inside the blue zone of phase 1 and look to disengage away. Team Secret do have to worry about Execute coming in from behind. Bit of a third party potential between Fate and Killswitch. Zute and Fame Boys are still rotating from the blue zone. But at least information will have been given as Team Seeker also look to move away. Unfortunately, it seems like Execute were not up as a full squad in time to really pull off that perfect engage, but we do see Team Seeker finding Kowalski, and that's going to leave Loops with just one player in this game. Phase 2 pops up and it goes, oh my lord, down to the southwest as Rex is knocked down. Execute are looking for that third party with Faith flanking around towards the side. DRS are also in play. And Faith finds Highboy, a second knockdown. Faith, man, putting in the work. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed for them. And that's going to be another knockdown onto Mad Toy. You got to go for the push, Execute. You got 3 players knocked down. And even though the full squad are not fully there, now they're going to be there. On their way up, Faith, followed by Killswitch. Killswitch is in the front line. You got those players coming down. Killswitch is going to get knocked down, but the suppression, I feel, is going to be too much unless they can play amongst the smokes. No, that's not going to be it. And Execute get another squad wipe in the early parts of this game inside the blue zone. It is absolutely fantastic. DRS are also now punishing the side of DRS on their rotation into the circle. It leaves just Nima on his own as he looks to fight his way in. With that circle shift on phase 2, staying on the blue zone is actually, or staying outside the circle, it really isn't a bad place to be. Looking at 4 angry men, you go, where are they? They're still in El Azahar. They dropped all the way to the north, but they can utilize that coastline from the north side to come in just under Impala. Alpha 7 holding down the southern side as a full squad. They've got a 2-2 split right now. The other 2 players are, wow, they're actually way further back. That's a big boy 2-2 split. Kensgo, the last player from Secret Jin, has just done what he can to get onto the coastline. We could still see island finishes. We could see island finishes. As Aerowolf look to stay together as a full squad, but spread out enough where they're grabbing information. Take those shots. That SKS on the Blue Bees. Push Blue Bees back. That's what you want to do. You want to control your area inside the circle. You want to create that space. A Speov does find Dante. Good stuff by Speov. A1 now down to just 3 players. I thought they were maybe down to less than that, so they're down to 3 players. If Dante can get revived up to stay as a full squad. ZS coming in from the western side. They don't really have much because of the fact that Phase 2 is about 55% water. It's like a yin and yang symbol with how much water is closed in on towards that coastline. It makes holding on to the edge of the mainland pretty damn strong because it's low ground, so you're able to peek up from that beach line up on towards the mountainside and kind of gain control there. But if 3 or 4 teams are all down by that mainland, it's still not going to be easy to hold on to. I'm going to turn the volume down 1 notch. Blue Bees have been spotted out by Aerowolf, I think. So have A1. So Aerowolf know the location of a team either side of them. That could still be tricky. DRS footballers, you have Execute and 4 angry men. They're going to clash close to the high grounds of Impala. Coming down, you have Fate leading the way. Footballers are a little bit to the side. Now they're going to stop, look for the shots onto the members of footballers. They stop, get back into Boogie. They're going to have 2 fights their way though. How are they going to handle it? Because 1 member of 4 AM has gotten a knockdown onto Execute. Killswitch is knocked down. Now it's up to Fame Boys and Zute to come in. The prone comes down. Fame Boys is going to get knocked down. It's going to be a second knockdown. Although Fame Boys does get returned. Now it's up to Hisaki and 33 Spam from 4 angry men to keep the hopes of a gain to strong result in the favor of 4 angry men. All the while, Zute is going to get that revive on the Fame Boys. Fate a little bit further back, maybe got a bit too deep. He's going to come in. He's actually going to go down to the compound, probably to secure an area inside the circle, but 33's fan with that AKM gets a knockdown on the Fate, and Fame Boys are down to 2 players. Footballers could distract 4 angry men. Saki does push his way down, looking to gain control of this coastal line compound, but Footballers are a little bit in front of them, stopping them from really controlling this area. Lavazin finds Fame Boys. Zute is on his own. He gets taken out by, I believe it was, actually I don't know who it was. Yeah, it was Sook. Yes, that's going to be the end of Execute, unfortunately. Trying to deal with 2 squads at once was always going to be tricky, and they go out in 14th place. Circle phase 3 does go very, very heavily towards the mainland. A much needed circle shift towards the mainland on phase 3. Does take the advantage of the coastline out of the equation a little bit, considering the majority of the circle is on the upper mainland terrain. If you're already there, you do want to stick to that position though, in my opinion, because there's going to be a lot of teams kind of hovering around the high ground mainland. Plus, going across the road now, I think there's too many teams around you. A1. They have Archer. To the south of them. You also have the side of Alpha 7 in front of them. The 3 teams in one area towards the western side of, well, actually southern side of the circle, should I say, as RX Jax does get knocked down. Alpha 7 does also confirm the kill and steals it away onto Jax, so A1 are officially down to 3 players. Footballers have that fight on to the side of 4 angry men, so I'm going to pan on over to there. Azasaki is now going to be last player up. If he's going to be able to get that revive onto 33's fan, that would be very important. But phase 4 blue zone is not the best to hold on to. Plus, once it hits the edge of the circle and closes in, it is going to do even more damage. Footballers are opting to just move away, but Blue Bees, of course, are looking to punish them. I haven't been able to spot them, though, unfortunately. At least they hold on to the northern part of the circle. Godsend should be able to punish Footballers. You have 1 player of Alpha 7 in the center of the circle, which I absolutely love, because he's getting a lot of information on the likes of Aero and even Zeus, should Zeus go closer towards the circle. Closer towards the center, should I say. Luby's thinking about their position. Bit more inside the center of the circle, but they can't go too deep. This is a great area to play around, can I just remark? It's a great area to play around because you can see all the dips and peaks that you're able to use to your advantage. You're also able to spread yourself out pretty well. And Bluebees, man, I'm liking how they're playing. Really liking how they're playing. Liking how they're rotating. Aerowolf in the center of this circle. They have joined up together much more effectively as a full squad compared to phase 2. And that is what I like to see. When you control that kind of 1-1-1-1 spread in the center of a circle on phase 1, 2, maybe 3, that's all well and good. But the second you get to phase 4, phase 5, if you're not together as either a 2-2 split or kind of a full squad, you are definitely allowing yourself to get picked off one by one. The circle does shift down south. It's in the favor of Alpha 7. Now, they have to think about joining up as a full squad. Sana is in the center of this circle, but he's on his own. A1 could be looking for Alpha. With a grenade being cooked up by Dante, it's not going to connect. And another one. Oh, and Dante's going to get knocked down by Swaggin. Swaggin his way into the kill feed. He'll looking to be confirmed. Maybe even stolen away by Zeus. Godsend Victor is going to come in onto Sana 7. Sana, should I say. So, Godsend moving in across the road at the right time, on the right phase, as a 3-man team. They are using Victor, their sub, the French player formerly of Red Reserve, in these scrims. Zeus finding Alpha 7. Aerowolf are now going to be put under pressure, I think, by Blue Bees. As the shots are coming through, Divine is going to get the knockdown onto Speov. Kill confirmed. They just take no prisoners, take no shit. But now it's going to be the rest of Aerowolf to protect their area. Let's see if they can stick together like a pack of wolves to hold off the buzzing advantage of Blue Bees. Nice grenade to knock down Rajal. Divine, Undak onto Potato though, so it's a third party by Aerowolf. Alpha 7 are also being taken down. Blue Bees lose a player as well. Divine goes down to Hazelnuts. And Asaki does find Lufa. Suddenly, Blue Bees are left with just one player. Wow. This is so close. It goes from good to bad in a space of 5 seconds for Blue Bees. Zeus third partying. 4 Angry Men third party. Saki goes down. So that's the end of 4 Angry Men. 7 teams left, 16 players as the blue zone is hitting our screens of phase 5 and phase 6 will close out. Godsend should be able to protect their area against the likes of Aerowolf. But the good thing is that Hazelnuts is actually pushing in. He's going to get spotted out. He's going to get taken out by Victor. And that leaves Aerowolf with 1 player left. You're not much of a pack when you're on your own. And that is the... Okay, why did you rotate in the same direction, Aerowolf? Oof, feels bad, man. Now we have 5. Sinister, who stood out in yesterday's scrims, bodying a lot of the players in the lobby. Still up in his side. Undak on the Victor. M24, bat the bolt, the headshot. But Sinister comes in from the sidelines on the off angle with that grenade connecting onto Abli. But he's on his own. Where's the rest of A1? It's very risky for you to go in on your own. Don't go too deep. Now the rest of the team are responding. The circle to shift up away from both these teams. 10 seconds until the blue zone starts closing in, and they both have to commit to finding somewhere inside the circle. Sinister is going to get knocked down. Ronan now going to cook up a grenade and pull that one out. Undak, he's not going to be looking to utilize an M24 in this situation, I'll tell you that much. As Victor is going to get confirmed by Alpha 7. Godsend are going to be down to 2 players. Shatok does knock down Zale. It's going to be a double knockdown on the Abli as well. So it leaves Zeus with 2 players left up. The revive might be pulled up by Dante on to Sinister as Shakot does think about his position and he pushes in closer to the edge of the circle. The unfortunate thing is that Zeus have gotten in a little bit closer, but now they're going to get damn close to Godsend. Rolkus firing his way in, but it is going to be a third party from A1. Don't look to engage on another team unless you've gotten rid of the opponents behind you. Zeus, you might have paid the price, and Undak is now going to be last player standing. He's able to get knocked down, but not before taking out himself. So A1 against Godsend outside the circle. Rolkus, Victor was revived up. I thought he was confirmed. Godsend are still up as the full team. Dante is knocked down. Sinister is now their last hope as they do hold on to the edge of the circle. All the while, Alpha 7 have waited up, and now it's going to come down to these 3 teams. Alpha 7, Godsend, and A1. Blue zone of phase 6. Law pushing himself forward to try and grab a bit of information. He's on the low ground. Being on the low ground in late stages of the game is a bit more advantageous. Sinister finds Victor. Navy nearly gets taken out, but Rokus is going to clap back. This is where Alpha 7 realize that they have a bit of a chance to strike. Navy gets knocked down and Rokus is on his own, but can Rokus pull off a 1v2? He does have that little bit of a dip. Alpha 7 not using their position to be passive. They're going to close in. The grenade is going to be cooked up. The blue zone is going to be hitting Rokus hard. Now it's going to come in, going to look for the shots, but it's not going to connect. Alpha 7 use their pressure, use their advantage, do not take anything for granted, and they take a chicken dinner in Miramar.